So let's get the read on all of this from Karl Rove, Fox News contributor, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff. Karl?
Afternoon, Charles.
Good afternoon. They're trying, Florida, they're trying abortion, obviously. Particularly, it helped a lot, I think, in the midterms, certainly. But of all the things out there, though, is this going to be enough? Because it feels like there's so many issues that this White House has been caught off sides with. It seems like they don't have an answer for.
Yeah. Look, no, it's not enough to save the Democrats. The inflation issue, the illegal immigration issue, the cost of government, all of these things are going to be bigger and more important than I think abortion is going to be. But it is both a challenge and an opportunity for Republicans. My view is that it's not enough simply to say we're going to leave it up to the states. I think people do want to know, if you're going to leave it up to the states, what would you do if you were either voting in a referendum or if you were a member of the legislature? And Republicans are on solid ground, I think, if they say something along the lines of, if I were doing this at a state level, I think that 15 or 16 weeks is a reasonable period to allow a woman to seek an abortion. And after that point, there ought to be 3 exceptions: rape, incest, life of the mother. I believe that parents ought to be involved in the decisions of their teenage daughters. And we should not have abortions in the 2nd and 3rd trimester because that's a very morally dangerous thing for us to be engaged in. And I think if they did that, whether you agreed with them or not, they would have a position that would be defensible and sound reasonable to the vast majority of people who might be inclined to vote for a Republican for president.
Karl, earlier today, outside of court, former President Trump had some comments that on this anti-Israel protests that are happening all over these college campuses. Let's take a listen. I want to get your thoughts.
What's going on at the college level and the colleges, Columbia, NYU, and others, is a disgrace. And it's really on Biden. He has the wrong signal. He's got the wrong tone. He's got the wrong words. He doesn't know who he's backing. And it's a mess.
Karl, he doesn't know who he's backing because it feels like he wants to back both.
Yeah, no, President Biden's statement yesterday was mystifying. If this is a moment where we needed moral clarity, where was the President of the United States? I thought it was very smart of the former president to go into the courtroom today, not talking about the case that he is in court about, but instead talking about the big issues that Americans are thinking and talking about as they see it played out on their television. And this is a point at which we ought to, as a country, say we will not accept anti-Semitism on our great institutions of higher education, and the idea that you could go onto a college campus and break the rules and set up these encampments and protest the acts of Israel and engage in anti-Semitic behavior towards Jewish students is unacceptable on our campuses, and the police have every right to come in and remove you, and the students have every likelihood of being suspended from school if they continue to engage in this kind of activity. No, we need moral clarity. We don't need, on the one hand, this and on the other hand, that, as President Biden gave us yesterday.
Yeah, it's not working, and it's actually, in my opinion, probably making things worse. Karl, it's always great to talk with you. Thank you very much, my friend.